Hey guys, welcome back to Soul's Journey. Long time no talk. It has been a year of upheaval for my family and myself. Most of it not good, but I won't bore you with the details. So anyway, I am on now to do a VR to be at a Kaylee Sunflower who did a VR to Fool's Flow. And the tag is Pink Decks. So I dragged out all the decks that I thought I had that seemed to be heavy with pink, even if it's not, the only color in the deck, obviously. So let's get started. So first up, I'm going to start with this, which was a Kickstarter deck that I got a few years ago now. And this was put out by Laura Loop, and I think she's publishing under a different name now. But it's called Tarot in Space. It's a very fun little deck. Let's see if I can get some light on the subject here. Hello and welcome, Starshine. This deck can be read using comets as cups, lasers as swords, planets as pentacles, and rockets as wand. So there's the rest of it if you want to read that. And let's take a look at some of the cards. Now they're not all pink, but they do have a lot of pink in them. And I think that's like, let's turn that off because it's too glary. A lot of astronomical phenomena like nebulas have what looks to us, at least, like pink coloring. I'm not sure that the light's all that great here, but if I put this on, it's a little too glary. Let's see if I can get the glare off it. Whoops. Oh yeah, this one has a lot of pink in it, interestingly enough. So yeah, I was the edges are kind of, it's like Aurora Borealis kind of silver. It's not just silver, it's got coloring to it. Very pretty. And then next up, I'm going to go to the Starchild Tarot. I have what she calls the Akashic version. I'm not entirely sure what the differences are. This was put out by Danielle Noel. Copyright 2014 to 2018. I believe this deck is still in print. I think she has some new versions of it. There's the backs. The edges they're gold, but it's kind of a more of a powder gold than a mirror gold. But this deck has a great deal of pink in it. It's a really pretty deck. I'm pretty sure I've got a full walkthrough of this on the channel somewhere, so if you want to see the rest of the cards, it should be there. Okay, next up is the Golden Girls Tarot. And I'm sure a lot of you remember this show from years ago. I loved it, although I think I only really watched the first few seasons, the first couple of seasons, and then, because I don't remember some of the characters from the later episodes that are featured in the deck. But yeah, another one that has, okay, that's so good. That is just so good. So typical Blanche. Lots of pink. Of course, with Rose. Very pink. Sophia. Yep, lots and lots of pink. Very fun deck if you just need something a little more lighthearted and whimsical. And I would be remiss if I did not include the Crystal Visions Tarot. This is heavy on the pinks and purples. Very, very girly kind of deck. It's extremely glossy, as you can see, so I'm trying to keep it at a good angle. But whenever I think of this deck, I think pink. And you know, these are the backs, if you haven't seen them. Very pretty. A lot of reds too and purples, but definitely a lot of pink. And then strangely, this little one, which is kind of a Thoth inspired deck, had a lot of pink to it, which kind of surprised me, but for some reason I've decided to pull it out and take a look at it. And I saw a lot more pink in here than I was expecting. I mean, I guess all decks have some pink in them, but see if I can find some of the cards, like a Four of Cups, Princess of Wands, and there's just little hints of pink in so many of the cards. It's another really pretty deck, and this is one I just really don't use very much. I don't know why, because I actually really like the Thoth deck. I'm pretty sure I've got a walkthrough of this. If not, and somebody wants to see it, let me know and I'll be happy to do one. Although I've pretty much just done one. And another fun one. This also was a Kickstarter deck that I got, the Weird Cat Tarot. It does come with, it's got, I think, a little book in here somewhere. I thought it had, or maybe not. It came with a book. But I mean, yeah. Pink mirror gilding on the edges. Lots of pink in the kitties. We got strawberries for pentacles. So lots of pink there. Even the tower is pink. So, yeah, and then of course the backs. Very wild. Crazy edging on that one. And then this one, of course, is all pink. This is the Neo Rider Tarot Collection from Shenzhen Printing Company. They did there was a collection of 4 of these decks. And one of them was this, which they called the Love deck. And it's all pink. The cards are like, hang on. Let's try this. I don't know that they show the pink. They're pink. They're like a foil pink. Very shiny, very slick to handle. I think they're the PVC, but every single card is like that. I admit I do not use this deck as much as I like my Rider-Waite's. It's just, this has a matte black edging. There's the backs. But they are so slick. I find them very difficult to handle. So despite how pretty they are, they're not really a go-to deck for me. Whoops. And now I've got 78 pickup. Okay, things are back under control. So let's move right along here. So I have the Marshmallow Marseille. And this is put out by the Wandering Oracle. I don't know if these are still in print or not. I know he's done a couple of others. Pretty box, you know, with the kind of the silver trim on it. And it's a very small deck. Nice pocket size. So I don't know that the cards themselves have all that much pink in them. Let's put on the light. Oops. But the box is definitely pink, and it's kind of, okay, so yeah, some of the cards are like the horse, the knight's horse is a pink. Yeah, so, and the floral adornments are kind of pink. And the swords here are pink. But I guess it's more the box, you know, that makes me think of it as a pink deck. But I mean, even the devil is kind of pinkish. As you can see, you know, it's obviously a Marseille deck, so it's pips. Excuse me. Yeah, this is, I've had people emailing me asking me to sell them my copy, and I don't know, like I said, that was a while back. He may be selling them again, I'm not really sure. And then I think my last pink deck is the Moonbaby Tarot. This came out, so I think this was the first, I think this was also a Kickstarter edition, came out 2021. Probably one of the last decks I collected before I stopped collecting. And the edges, whoops. Got a nice thank you card from Moonbaby. This is 145 of 1,000 by Brant Palazzo. So there's the backs. The edges are a pale, like a powder pink. Very pretty. But lots of pink in this deck. So this was his sort of updated take on the old Hoi Polloi deck. It's got kind of the same framing, and I think it's pretty much the same font or very close to it. So yeah. So anyway, like I said, that was a VR2B at a Kaylee Sunflower, who was doing a VR to, I think it was Fool's Flow. It's a channel I'm not familiar with, I had not heard of before, so I will have to go and check it out. And anyway, thanks for watching. Hope everybody's doing good, and I hope it won't be so long until I talk to you again. So in the meantime, take care, blessed be.